my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, that is where I'm working, right there. What did I do with it? I have it right over here. Not too long ago. Oh, there it is. So that I can see. There we go. And for those little things, because they were right up here. If I lost those, I'm going to be upset. Oh. Okay. Let me put this here. Let me find where those went. Okay. I know y'all can hear me. Your buddies. I had them over there. Where are they? Yeah, go away. I didn't have a lot of minutes today. My little blue. Okay. Where are you? Where did you go? I can plug you in. I can plug, oh God, you in. And that way everyone's plugged in and happy. I'm gonna get everyone plugged in and happy, and that way I can see all my screens. Oh, there they are. Okay. Found my little thing. Okay. All right. Hi, Cindy. Because I am working. I'm going to bring this just a little bit down. Oops. Wrong one. I'm having to figure out all my little screwy things. Because I just got this. Okay, I'm working right there. Okay. I'm going to screw this down. Because this is the one Diamond Nana suggested the other day. And it does seem to work because I'm working right here. And then what I'm doing is I'm using my other phone to where I can read chat. Okay, now that it's decided to hook on, and every YouTube in the world that's like logged in for the last month goes away, I can read the chat then because my phone's like attached to the board. And come on. like scroll through so I can get access to this thing. Hurry up. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. There we go. There we go. Hi, Cindy. I thought I'd come on here. And these were like some of the frames I was talking about. Because, you know, I bought these little itty bitty, itty bitty. I'll show you the little itty bitties. That's like, these are little itty pictures that like you'll be able to knock out. And most people, I can't just drug that off. Oh my God. You know, we don't get these because we don't have frame for these. So this is like a 20 by 20, and that's pretty good rendering for 20 by 20. It really is. You know, but you're like, where am I going to get a frame for a 20 by 20? Well, guys, look at this. A frame for a 20 by 20. Okay, this is a professional frame. They're at Hobby Lobby, right? It's an $8 frame, and it was on sale for half price. So I got it for $4, and it's an actual, I think it's a wood frame. Yeah, it's an actual wood frame that the corners are stapled in, and it's got the nice thing to hang it on the wall. And you can actually, like, I just bought a bunch of 1-inch black masking tape, and you can like put the masking tape and do the mitered corners and pop that in there, and it'll look like it's matted, and you got yourself a professional looking frame. And I'm gonna put it, oh, okay, let me turn this up. Is that a little better? Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better? No. I wonder why the sound's not very good. I wonder. I don't know what's with the sound. Because I haven't done anything to the sound. So the sound should be fine. Any idea on that, Mutt Nut? Yeah, my sound's all the way up too. On my phone, sounds all the way up. And my mic is up in StreamYard, so I don't know. I have no clue. I'll talk louder. Maybe I'm just not talking loud enough. But yeah, so nice frame. They're on sale for 50%. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. And so I've got where I can actually see the chat. Y'all can see what I'm working on, so I can do rotate out. So I don't know what's up with my sound. So I don't know. Maybe I need to pop back out and pop back in. I can try that. Let me try that. So let me try that. I'm gonna top. So I'm back in. Is it back? Is it better? Is it better this time? Nope, it's still really low. Oh, it's better? Okay. Because I went all the way out and came back in. So if that's better, that'll work. Okay. That's all that matters. So it's better. Yay, better. Better is better. Well, it took me, oh my God, people, it took me 2 days. 2 days. 2 days of God forsaken drove me crazy. Now, these don't look the best, but it's because I shrunk the picture down. So it's because I shrunk it. So I've actually broke down and I went on my QVC card and I bought me an upgraded laptop because my laptop's like 7 years old. And so I went and bought me an upgraded one and it'll be coming in. So I'll be getting me a Microsoft 11 one. And let me see if this is better. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can I hear you? I can't hear nothing. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh, this is okay. Oh, in the world. All right, we are back. I think we're back. We're back. Can everyone hear me? We are live, 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 live. So, this is the picture. These are my cover minders, or cover papers that I made. But I upgraded to a Windows 11 laptop. But I'm not hearing nothing now. So, let me go back in. Okay. My gosh. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Okay, can anyone hear me? Okay, I don't hear anything through my earbuds. There we go. I don't hear anything through my earbuds. At least I hear something through my TV. There we go. I don't hear anything through my earbuds. At least I hear something through my TV. There we go. All right. I don't hear anything through my earbuds. So I got. There we go. Why is it sideways?
There we go. There we go. So I want to get on a call. I want to pick up my Bluetooth. Okay. All right. Now, why is it not? We'll try going this way. There we go. Now we can see it the right way. There. Now y'all can see it the right way. If I can just get it tight enough so it'll hold it right. There.
Bluetooth. All right. There we go. Now, I finally got my laser printer connected. And what I did is I went into PixArt, and PixArt did not do what I wanted. I wanted it to collate the picture into like 3x5 sheets, and it doesn't. I'm gonna have to. When I get my new printer in, I'm just gonna have to load my printer into the printer section to where I can collate a print. Like the old days when you put your printer in and you could print a picture into a collated area and make like your picture into like a bunch of 3x5s or 4x6s or whatever. And that's what I'm wanting to do, to where I could take like this photo, because you can now get this in Pixabay. It's available in Pixabay. Just put in fantasy and it'll load this and you can get it for free in Pixabay. That's where I got it, was in Pixabay, which is free art for you in Pixabay. And so I shrunk her down in my PixArt and just was loading her, and I got 9 of them. So I got 9 sheets of this. But when I did it, it kind of made her choppy. If I can get her up there, made her a little choppy. But I got 9 of these, so I can get 9 of these on a canvas. And so when I do the little frog, it won't take a whole bunch of these to cover the whole frog, you know. And I can make as many as I want. And I mean, whereas when I did the inkjet, it did one sheet, but this is the difference. Inkjet, you can see each pixel. I don't know if you can see it. You can see each little dot of it. So yes, you can do cover sheets. You can do cover sheets with an inkjet, but it'll do. Well, let's see. You can almost see each little pixel, each little dot. And this is why I wanted to get the inkjet or laser jet. As you can see, there are no dots. I mean, that is crystal clear. This side is silicone. This side you print on. I could have made it one solid 8x11 sheet, but then you would have chopped it up and, you would have like an arm and whatever. And I was wanting to make a bunch of little sheets. And so I'm trying to make it to where I could like make 4x6 sheets and have each, and just do a whole sheet of them. So that's, I'm trying to find a program that I can do that, and make whatever size of whatever I want. 3x5s, 4x6s, so I'm hunting for a program that'll do what I want. That's my goal. Get a program that will do what I want it to. That's my goal. But it took me 2 days, almost, I mean, like dang near tears, like dang near. dang near tears. I'm telling you guys, dang near tears. Because I mean, I was so frustrated. And I mean, because they don't send you paper, they send you pictures, and then they send you a bunch of QR codes. So I'm flashing all these QR codes to get the links, and all it kept telling me was I would get to parts and it would say, "Here's this, you need this code," and it'll say it's either in your book, your paperwork, or on the product. And I'm looking on the product, I'm not finding the code. I'm looking all through the paperwork, I'm not finding the code. I was so frustrated. I tried Bluetoothing it. I tried doing this to it. I tried doing that to it. I mean, I tried everything under the sun to it. Then I started Googling stuff. And then I went to the HP site and I tried to do support. And I mean, I tried everything. And then finally it said, well, you can always go and hook your computer to something that is already tethered to your Wi Fi and jumpstart it like a car battery. And that's how I finally did it. I jump started it like a car battery, and it literally showed a picture of like my laptop being connected to my Wi-Fi site, and then it was like it would show the printer trying to get the access from the Wi-Fi over here to the Wi-Fi over there, and then it was finally connected. Congratulations! And I was like, 2 days, and I finally got it at midnight. I was so frustrated, like beyond frustrated, guys. I mean, my frustration level was beyond, beyond, just beyond. I mean, I was almost in tears. I had, I mean, it was giving me a headache. And I mean, 2 days, 2 days, I tried everything. And it was like, I know you can do this. It says you can do this. Now, how in the heck does it do it? And it says, well, it can Wi-Fi, and it's like it can Bluetooth, and it can this, and it can that. It was like, oh my god. I think the only thing this one doesn't do is fax, and it was like I really don't care because I don't have a landline. It was like I don't care. I have an app on my phone that I can fax from my phone if I really want to, but I really don't care about faxing, so it's like I don't care. If I really need to send something, I will, I'll send it in an email. I understand about that. I really need to get in there and put a bunch of stuff away because, when I got all my Timu stuff, it's like a box, the world exploded. Like, I need to go put my bedspread on my bed, and I need to get all my vacuuming attachments came in, which means I really need to vacuum this couch. But I think the one next box that'll come in has the couch cover. So why vacuum until I get the couch cover so I can cover up, get all the fur off the couch, because why vacuum it up until I can get it covered, you know, because he's just going to lay up here and recover it in fur. So why worry about it until I can solve the problem, you know? It's like, why worry about it till I can solve the stinking problem? It's like when I can solve the problem, then I'll do it. Yeah, it's kind of weird having this lap thingy that Nick's was like so worried about me bending my almost half-inch lap uh lap not lap but light board. So it's like, so now I got this other board, and then I got the light board, and so it's like I'm having to learn a new setup, but at least I can whip and chat now on it. And actually whip and chat, and you all can see what I'm really doing. And I saw where you could actually buy these boards at, Hobby Lobby. I couldn't find the And the guy said if they even still had them. So I was like, well, evidently they don't still have them because I went where he said that if they still had them, that's where they'd be, and I didn't see them. So I don't know if it's just because college is back in session and maybe all the students picked them up, but the tubes. And then, of course, I found out that the 1 inch masking tape is not going to work. So I ended up buying 2 inch masking tape, which probably worked better because I can take the 2 inch and wrap it around that border, because I forgot to cut off the border. Because when you take it in and have it dry mounted, if you leave that border on there, they just dry mount that stuff right onto it. And so I'm having to get the 2 inch masking tape so I can make it look like a frame. So it'll be in a couple of days, and then that way I can get the mermaid up on the wall. And then with almost home, I'm just gonna take an X-Acto knife and just cut it off because it's just foam board. And I'm gonna cut it off so that maybe it'll actually fit up on my mantle because that extra inch and a half, 2 inches of 2 inches of thank you, Snuggie. That 2 inches of you know stuff around it is just I tried to put it up there and it was like, nope, not happening. So maybe if taking off that almost 4 inches extra, it'll fit up there. But all I know is there's a whole lot extra. And he was like, man, you were trying to do that by yourself. I was like, oh, yeah, I never could get it straight. And he was like, oh, heck yeah, no. He said, it takes the two of us, together to get that on there straight and stuff. He said, I don't know how you were doing it. I was like, always the white would be showing because I was never could get it straight. And he was like, yeah, I can see that. And it was still a lot of cussing going on usually and frustration and stuff slinging off the island. If you ever watched any of those videos, you'll hear stuff flying off the thing all the time. You'll hear freaking boom. You'll hear me kind of saying some choice words every once in a while because you'll hear stuff flinging off the island and be like, there it goes. Because it's like, oh, it never fails. This stuff flinging off the island. So yeah, on that wreath, I finished the wreath the other night, and because that stuff it doesn't, you got to pour glue on that acrylic, and so it's always slinging, sliding. So knew I was going to have to seal it. Well, when I sealed it, it puts a film over the special drills, and they lose a lot of their shine. And I was like, well, that sucked. So I'm giving that one to my, son and his wife. And so I was like, okay, what a Jones. So I went back and looked, and she said to get the Krylon crystal clear gloss, and that way you don't lose that shine on the special drills. So I went ahead and ordered it because I was like, yeah, with regular, sealer, you lose a lot of the shine because the crystal special drills, you are all real shiny, the rhinestones, and you lose a lot of that shine, guys, a lot. And so it was like, yeah, no. And so I just went ahead and bought some of that because hers are always so shiny. And so I was like, well, evidently it works because I've seen hers and they stay really super shiny. And that's what she said she did to keep her super shine. And that's I usually watch hers because she's got she's got like hours of stuff, and it's usually you're like trying to figure out how she does all this stuff that we're just now starting to do. So it's like, okay. And evidently thousands of people will watch people do that. So it's like, okay, if people watch that, I'll do it. It's like, really, people watch that by the thousands just to watch you separate drills, and I guess to see how you do it or just to hang out with you, because sometimes it's just to have a voice in the background. I mean, sometimes it's just to feel like there's someone in your house. So, what's the weather like up there today? Wasn't it? Because I know you'll be getting what we had the other day here soon. I've been watching Grimm. I found it on the CW app. I was laid down and was watching it last night, and I woke up on the couch, which means I'll probably go back about 4 or 5 episodes and start over. Go back and watch some of them good shows. I mean, it's just, I mean, I went all the way back to season 1, episode 1, to where he's just now figuring out he's a Grimm. I mean, he didn't even know he was a Grimm. He was like, what are these things? 53, yeah. It's like we went from 87 to 51 in rain. It was like, what the heck? It was like one day it was 87, the next day it was like 51 and raining. It was like, wow. I think today's opening day of deer season. Opening day of deer season. It's so funny. My brother is just like super super duper um deep into deer hunting. My brother and my son, he's like super duper in the I gotta feed my kids and work like umpteen days a week, 10 hours a day. And so he's like, is he gonna come up here and put corn out? And is he his deer feeders on the ground, all this. And my son was like, Mom, I'm working 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, and I gotta feed these teenage, he's got one that's 17. He said, I'm just worried about keeping food on the table for these things. He said, I just, I don't have time to come up there and worried about that. He said, I'm worried about just feeding these two. Because he's got one that's 9 and one that's 17. I was like, I know, I know. He's like, Uncle Robert's never been married. He doesn't worry about it. I'm worried about feeding these. He goes, and Christmas is coming up, and I'm more worried about feeding the kids and getting presents and, getting their stuff for Christmas. And yeah, I was like, I understand. I said, I totally get it. Let's see, what's that up there? Is that G? Yep. I keep missing this G for some reason. Some reason I keep missing this G. So yeah, it was just, but yeah, and I got some stretcher boards. I thought I'd try to do some stretcher frames, the real stretcher frames. Try my hand at that. I bought 3 of those off of Temu, and they weren't that expensive. And Snuggy, I think I did get your beautiful, colorful girl. I think I got her. She's coming in a couple of days or a week or so, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's this one? This one, yeah. Not sure when, where, what, why, how. But I'm almost down to his pendant, down below his, in the middle of his chest. And then this will have some more of those dark dark blue A23 dark sparklies. I'm almost to the bottom half of this thing, guys. Now this area right here, I didn't have to put any extra glue. It seems like it had glue, so I think it's just areas that didn't have enough. It's like hit and miss. But I've had my bottle of dot stick for like going on 3 years now. You know, it's worked like a champ. Worked like a champ. And like I said, she knows about it. She's rectified it. So if you buy this now, it should be all taken care of. Okay. I think this is the big G. Yep. Well, my daughter in law, who worked for Sonic, and when she got COVID, they let her go, has already got a new job working at the McDonald's down the road from her. So she's already got a job. So that's good. And it's closer. So, like, if the weather's bad, she could actually walk to it. Because I think McDonald's is like right down the block from her. Her son is like, "You take me to the game." And her husband was like, "Son, if you want to go to the game, walk." He said, "Your school is like right over there. Walk." He was like, "Oh, no, I can't." He was like, "If you want to go bad enough, walk." He said, "You are almost 17. You got 2 legs. Walk." He's trying to get him to be more independent. He's like, "I don't want you to be 30 years old living in our, garage or basement or in our tiny shed." Oh, I understand. It's this weather. It's like it'll give you a headache. It's like crazy. I mean, literally, it's like hot, cold, up, down. It's bipolar. Bipolar weather. Okay. Those are N's. Those are all S's and sixes. That's what I do a lot of times. I'll just sit there and listen. Let's see. These are sixes. Yes, those are sixes. We'll do a lot of those. Those are eights, S's, and sixes. Yeah, I'm going to sit down later this evening and I've got to get it done. Is I'm going to go through and put more magnets. I got some magnets I bought from Hobby Lobby because they actually had some in, and I'm going to uh, get them on and put some bubble wrap. See how much bubble wrap I have in the back room, and bubble wrap them and put them in envelopes and see how much it would be to put them, take them down to the post office, and how much it'd be in stamps to put stamps on them and mail them like that. Put one forever stamp so that they can't, actually run them through the squisher so that they don't get squished. Because if it's just one forever stamp and then one regular stamp, I might be able to get away with putting those in regular postage. So I got some forever stamps, and I'll try putting a forever stamp and um, a butterfly stamp on it and take them in and see if that's enough. And then do that and see if that's enough to cover it. And then only have to pay the big postage for the ones that got the other stuff in the packages. Because otherwise, if I try to send them out in the big packages for everybody, it's going to be like, God, for 34 people, it'd be like $68 or so. It's like, So, trying to figure it out, guys. I want to thank Risa because she sent some help. So what she sent, I think that'll get me through sending a bunch of them through, getting the regular postage and the butterfly stamps on them. I'm gonna have Karina ask Scott if he can check with the Lewis guy at the dock and see if he still has that package. It might be worth a chance, because if so, her package might be sitting at the dock, you know, with some guy named Lewis. So you never know. Okay, let's see. So- oh my gosh. All right. That's down. There we go. There. Yeah, I'll probably get off at an hour. This doesn't seem like very many are in here. And of course, it's everybody's Saturday, so they're probably out shopping. Did you know that Black Friday deals are already going on? I was like freaking out because, like, when I went looking, it was like Black Friday deal on this computer. And I was like, what? I was like, no way. Like, no way. No stinking way. I was like really shocked. And so I went and checked because I was like, because I was waiting for a Black Friday deal. Because that's usually, if I'm going to buy one, that's when I do it because you get such good deals. And so I went and looked. And sure enough, now I didn't because I wanted a specific color. And so I couldn't get the $800 one, which would have been like 700 because basically all it had was better, whoop de doo things with it. And so I was like, well, it's just the whoop de doo things and I can deal without them. So it was like, I think a couple programs that were trials that I wouldn't have used anyway. So I was like, yeah, I can deal without that. So, but it's like I got 365 Office with it. Um, I went ahead and bought the protection with it, the warranty. Paid like $100 and something for the warranty. I got it for like $6.99. I think $6.99. It's got Windows 11 in it. I got lavender, winter lavender, and that's the color I wanted was the winter lavender. And it didn't have it with the bigger add-on package. I could get blue, but I couldn't get winter lavender. Now mine, I could actually take it back to factory reset and give it to my granddaughter, who is just now in 6th grade. So next year she'll be in 7th grade, which will take her through her, freshman, and she could upgrade it a couple of times. And she's the one that likes writing, and so it would give her, she could put like a Windows 365 on it and stuff. And hi, Snuggy. And so, she could put stuff like that on it and it'd take her through high school. So I thought, that'd be kind of good for her. 7 or 7. Well, here, let me do S first. So I thought that would get her through high school. I'll go until I get this part done. I'm going to take earbuds out since I don't have anyone on here with me. I don't need the earbuds in. Those things are pretty cool. And I love the laser printed ones. Those are really nice. Those are awesome. S's. Yeah, I'm going to go over there and get the dishwasher emptied. Get the sink emptied. Go get my mail, see what's in it. Get what's the frames that I got and the kind of haul from uh, Hobby Lobby. Take it back to the craft room, get it out of the front entryway. Gonna get it done. Go put my bedroom or bedspread on my bed. Hopefully it fits my bed. But I got the biggest one they got, so hopefully it fits my bed. Hopefully. Really, hopefully. I mean, other than that, it's just I'm going to be crap out of luck. But I thought it was kind of nice and wasn't super expensive. Oh. Oh, I sent you that picture. I saw that you saw it. That one with the girl and the roses. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. I mean, you can make put some ABs in those roses and make that just gorgeous. Oh, and I sent you the link for the ABs in the bottles, in the bottle of storage. Yeah, me and my daughter used to go because both veterans, and we used to go to Golden Corral and get dinner, especially when I was married to my ex-husband, because he was a veteran, and so all three of us would go out to dinner and take my granddaughter and have dinner together. And if you've ever go out to eat with a veteran that's been in a war, always remember to let them have the seat facing the door. Always. Because even my brother's friend, he's an ex-marine, and we go eat. Like I took him out to get pizza the other week, and he was like, "I said, where do you want to sit?" And he says, "I don't care as long as I can see the door." And I was like, "Okay, I understand." I guess same thing with my ex-husband. He was like, "I don't care as long as I see the door." And so I just know that anytime I go out to eat with a guy, it's like, give you the door. That's just my common courtesy. I mean, even though I'm a veteran too, I would like to see the door too. But it's like I give you the door. Because back when I was in, women didn't see combat. That was for the guys, and so it was, just we were combat support, but we weren't in the combat, and so basically it was like they always got the door. What the heck is eight? Eight, 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 eight. Is that eight? Yeah, that's eight. Like my daughter was combat support. She was like the bomb loader. I was combat support. I was the person who dropped the people who was on the planes at the planes. And then I was the person who directed the crews that went out to the missile silos. And so, yeah, women were the support logistics back in the day. And quite frankly, I don't think we need to be in actual combat because I still don't think women have enough body strength to like carrying men out of combat. If they get blown up or whatever, because we just don't have the body strength. Most of us. I'll be the first one to admit I don't have the body strength to pick a guy up and carry a 250-pound man out. I just don't. Never have. Never ever have. And I'll be the first one to admit it. There are a few that do, but it's not very often. fur. Ugh. Now, dogs, do you not realize that it's like getting cold and you need to keep your fur? Keep it on your bodies. I think today it's like in the 60s, maybe. I don't think we're going to see any more of the 70s and 80s. And it's like, I don't like it when it's really warm, especially for deer hunting, because I don't like deer that have been out there because they get wormy. And I don't like wormy deer meat. Just don't like wormy meat. Wormy meat is not good. Wormy meat, not good. I like non wormy meat. And I like deer burger, make some deer chili and deer spaghetti and, deer meatloaf. And I like deer roast and stuff like that. There, that is all done. How's that look? How's that feather look? Feather looking awesome. That is that feather. Okay. So, okay. There is all that up there is completed. There you go. So I am going to hop off of here and get some stuff done around the house. Who knows? Maybe I'll pop on tomorrow. But how's that looking? Now looking great. Now I'm on to the bottom half of this picture. It's looking awesome. So yay. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Remember, subscribe if you haven't subscribed and hit like on the way out. Love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.